So today, we're going to try to figure out how people handle faith in Howie Roseman, faith in Vic Fangio, because I think a lot of people believe that Vic Fangio may have told Howie Roseman yes or no to trading Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, because Vic Fangio obviously has the keys to the defense, and he could probably tell Howie whether or not he could work with or without Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And maybe he said, hey, if you trade him, I'll be able to make this work.
Move was not made without his input.
Right. They consulted him on that.
That doesn't mean he made the move.
Correct.
But there's no way that move was made without talking to Vic Fangio, coming off a Super Bowl, and seeing what the man did.
Right. So how do we balance your faith in Howie, Vic Fangio? Hell, I'll throw in Jeff Stoutland, because when the Eagles acquired Kenyon Green in the trade for trading away Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, people go, oh, Jeff Stoutland can fix him. All right. How do you handle your faith in those guys with your own personal feelings? And here's why I say this. When Chauncey Gardner-Johnson first got traded, I saw an uproar on social media. People were angry. People were upset.
I understood it. And your initial reaction wasn't anger. It was more, when I told you.
I was shocked.
Was more, are you kidding me?
I was shocked.
Right.
Now,
shocking.
It has led to anger because I still don't like the move.
All right.
And then when I'm scrolling through social media as the day goes on, I see tweets from people that first put out, what are they doing? And like an hour later going, well, you know what? It'll be fine. In Howie, I trust, blah, blah, blah. So your immediate reaction was to be upset with the trade.
Yes.
Your immediate reaction was to want this person, want this player, get rid of this player. And whatever the Eagles do, there are a lot of people, and I know we used the term sheep earlier in this week, and I know that can be a harsh term, but there are some Eagles fans that will say, whatever the Eagles decide to do, I'm going to believe it's going to work. Now, for good reason. They won the Super Bowl last year. They were in one 3 seasons ago. They won the first one in franchise history, back in 2018, February 4th, 2018, a day that we will never forget.
No.
But you're your own person. You have your own brain, unless you're being controlled by the chips that people are putting in them nowadays. You have your own emotional feelings. Why, I ask you, and John, I would like for your input from you personally,
yes,
and maybe from your belief on what Eagles fans do. Why do people have their own opinion and then they quickly change it because, well, it's the Eagles, so I believe it?
Because they are, well, they want, people sometimes cannot discuss a topic because they want something to happen so badly that they absolutely will ignore the reality of the situation and just say, well, I'm an Eagles fan and I want it to work out. I want it to work. There's a lot of reasons why you need to trust Howie. There's a lot of reasons why you need to doubt Howie. There are reasons to doubt him. I mean, if you look at last offseason, then it hit 2 of his top 3 open decisions where he didn't have to give up anything but cash.
Right.
He gave cash to 2 players that weren't on the Super Bowl. Didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, one got cut, one didn't dress.
And to me, that is every reason why if anyone tells me they have blind faith in Howie, you're full of crap. And I bet you that I could find on anybody's timeline the people who are like, Howie season, trust in Howie. I can go back and find within a year stuff they're bitching and complaining about going, oh, man, I don't understand that move. If you have blind faith means you never question.
Right.
And Tyrone and I talked about this off air yesterday. I saw Ty after the show, and I'm like, I don't have blind faith even in my wife. And I love her.
Yeah.
But I don't have blind faith to say, if we're doing something at the house, we have something that has to be done. Let's say you're putting on a roof, and she's the one handling the project. I still ask questions.
Of course.
Because you're allowed to ask questions. You're allowed to question someone that you love, someone you trust, but blind faith is ridiculous. You have to trust and verify. And to me, there's every reason to believe. You're telling me about finding a quarterback? I don't sweat it at all. Finding certain other position groups, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Question.
And look, cornerback, we've seen it. Howie Rosen's been a magician with the second and third waves of the free agent period.
August periods. Picking up guys in August.
Yeah.
In training camp. Guys who were cut the first week of September.
Right. Guys that are on the trading block, and then all of a sudden, the longer it goes, the less expensive the price tag is. So Howie Rosen's backed it up, but I can still go, man, pretty disappointed that both Slay and Rogers are gone.
You can.
Very disappointed that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is on his way out.
And if anyone
worried about Dallas Goedert being potentially moved.
And if anyone doesn't have that feeling, they're lying. They're lying.
Yeah,
if anybody doesn't have
five key members of your defense is gone.
I said it the other day before Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was gone. And I had a bunch of people go, oh, my gosh, can't believe this alarmist stuff. Welcome to Philly. And you're talking about people saying to me, trying to convince me, oh, I believe in Keely Ringo. I believe he's ready to go. Really? You do?
Yeah, what makes you
say that? You've never been to practice. You have no idea of what. And more importantly, when Vic Fangio had the opportunity to tell you he believed in him, he didn't. Because he would have played him. He would have said, Vic Fangio's going to play the best player at the best time.
He said that last year when Bryce Huff wasn't getting many snaps. He straight up said, I played the best players.
So Vic Fangio already told you what he thinks about some of these younger guys last year. Does that mean they're going to be bad this year? No. It just means that last year they didn't earn his faith.
So how do you handle your own faith in Howie and Vic and Jeff Stoutland with your own emotions and your own brain? Because I have seen people, like I saw a tweet, I forget who it was, but it was somebody that's really big in the Eagles Twitter community, say the amount of people complaining about the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson trade has now made me love it. And I'm like, why?
Well, that's just dumb.
Why?
That's just dumb.
I saw you tweet that you didn't like it, and now all of a sudden you love it.
That's stupid.
Like you're turning heel because you want to be on the side of the Eagles. And
freaking John Cena.
Like I don't get it. Use your own brain. I will see how the plan plays out.
Absolutely.
But I will tell you right away if I like something and if I don't like something.
Thank you so much for checking out our content on the 97.5 The Fanatic YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, you can always be checking the playlist. There may be something you missed from one of our shows during the day that you want to go back and check out. So every time you like a video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and you'll have that great content coming to you every single day. You're greatly appreciated.